Terry Senecal co-owns the Spaghetti Music Store in Maryland.
Here's a repair that we have right now.
Like so many small business owners, she has struggled to stay open through the pandemic.
It's been horrible. I don't want to close this store and put 14 people on unemployment.
In April, the U.S. Small Business Administration invited Senecal to apply for a new round of federal COVID aid, up to $10,000 she would not need to pay back. She went for it.
I was like overjoyed. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Weeks later, the SBA rejected her application with a weird explanation. The agency told her one reason she didn't qualify was she had failed to pay child support.
It's more than 60 days delinquent.
But Senecal says that's impossible, that she's never owed child support. She doesn't even have any kids.
You know, I told my mother, I was like, Mom, the SBA didn't pick me because I have a child. And she goes, a what?
She didn't know she was a grandmother.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Senecal is among dozens of small business owners who contacted us to say the SBA turned them down for reasons that just aren't true.
I felt helpless.
Jamie Quinones, a hairstylist, told she didn't qualify for relief because she's not a U.S. citizen, even though she was born in California.
But the people that answer the phone, the reps, they have no clue what's going on.
Others can't get funds because the government says they're not really alive. Evidently, I'm dead, tweeted an applicant with a cussing red emoji. Since February, just over 1 million small business owners have applied for what's known as Targeted Idle Advance Funds. We've learned nearly 600,000, more than half, have been declined. What's going on? We now know. You may remember last year, COVID aid got out the door so fast, crooks were able to loot the Paycheck Protection Program and other relief funds.
To buy splashy luxury items for themselves.
We learned this year new anti-fraud procedures are in place, more red tape. Nick Schwellenbach is at the Project on Government Oversight, an independent watchdog.
And now the pendulum has swung in the other direction.
Applicants now have to answer pages of questions. One mistake can get them denied. The SBA tells us Quinones wrote she wasn't a U.S. citizen and that Senecal said she did owe child support. That was news to them.
I mean, I'm always careful when I fill things out.
The SBA acknowledged to us the agency is also making mistakes, relying on imperfect background check databases, spitting out inaccurate or outdated information. And the SBA says because of a technical glitch, many were denied without any explanation at all.
The system is awash in fraud, and so ramping up these anti-fraud efforts makes sense, but if they aren't well executed, you can end up excluding genuine small businesses who should have access to this money.
The agency has set up an email address for people to appeal their denials for aid. Quinones succeeded with her appeal, notified by SBA after our interview that she will receive $9,000. Senecal finally spoke to the SBA about her case. She learned she still won't qualify for aid. Even though the SBA invited her to apply for funds, her music shop wasn't technically in a low-income area. The SBA says this and businesses not losing enough money are the reasons for most denials.
The loss is great, not only financially, but emotionally.
Patrick Terpstra, Newsy, Washington.